What is up, guys? Good morning. This is Truck from Sweet Rats. Today we got a CyberTruck again. We're going to be doing it in Flexishield dry apply PPF. This material, guys, is a little bit more upgrade to a regular vinyl. It is scratch resistant, which you can scratch it with a wire brush and it'll go away in the heat. And it lasts 10 years, guys. I've been back and forth with the company just getting a real lifespan about the material, and they are guaranteeing 10 years and 10-year warranty. So if anything fades, if anything messes up, if it lifts where it's not supposed to, guys, we could reach out to the company and get some warranty on that material. But let's get to cleaning up this vehicle, get everything ready, and we'll get to wrapping. So guys, got her all washed up, ready to go. I did remove these. This is something I didn't show you on the other one, and it's so quick that I kind of forgot to show you on this one as well. But you just want to grab it under here where it starts and just gently pull off. Watch out when you get to here, because there is a camera that's connected to that that's facing backwards. All you're going to want to do is, you see this little tab, push in, push that tab down and pull it right out, guys. That's all you need to do. I did forget to show you this on the other one as well. To get the side mirrors off, all you need to do is you pull this off. You pop it forward, pull it off, guys. Those are the 3 bolts that you need to unscrew. That thing just comes right up, and then right underneath that is a little hatch, guys. You push it down from the top, push it down. There's a little tab, pull it out, and that is a connection right there that you need to unplug. You push that red tab upwards a little bit, and then it'll let you push it down and disconnect it, and the whole thing slides right up. That's about it. So let me get these off. Let me get to prepping the rest of the vehicle, and we'll get to wrapping, guys. So as usual, guys, we're going to start up with the hood. You're just going to want to get it measured out. I believe this isn't less than 60 inches, so we actually do have to cut it long ways. You're pretty much going to waste the other piece of this, guys. This thing is actually a lot longer than what you think. From top edge to bottom edge, I believe it's 30 something. Let me get the measuring tape. From here to the bottom, I believe it's like 32 inches. And if you cut it right, you might have enough for the bottom, because it is less than 14. But mind you, guys, this isn't a straight piece, so you're going to want to cut 15-16 inches for this bottom piece. It's not a straight piece. It actually curves up a little bit. Same with this. It's not just from here to here. You don't want to just measure it from here to here, because you're going to come up short. It does have a little curvature, so just remember that it's about 32 to 33 inches, guys, and just get your piece cut out and make sure everything is correct. This CyberTruck is stainless steel, guys, so your magnets will stick very weakly to it. I'm guessing it's because it's thin metal, or just because these magnets don't like it, but it does not stick all that great. So let's get this cut out. We're gonna get it measured out, both panels. We're gonna get this measured out. It's about 72 right here. 72. About 82 inches, that bottom one, guys. And this top one is about 72. See, this is why you got to measure everything twice, guys. This is 72. If you cut it just to that length, you wouldn't have had enough for the bottom one. The bottom one is a little longer just because it does have that little curvature in it. You're always going to want to measure twice, guys, and cut once. So we're going to cut about 82 to 84 inches. I'm going to cut out 84 inches just because I like a little bit of overhang. Cut out 82 inches. 84 inches, and then we're going to cut that 32 to 34 inch off, and then we're going to have enough for the bottom end. So you're going to do this whole front in one piece. Make sure which direction you're doing it in, guys. A lot of these films are directional, which is a lot of the color shifting ones are directional, guys. So just make sure if you're doing it all, make sure the roll is going this way or to the left. You never want to do the hoods up and down and then the rest of the sides a different way, or work from the front to the back on both sides, because then the color flip's going to be different and it's going to look horrible in pictures. And a lot of people are going to tell you about it. So let's get that cut out. We'll do the hood. We'll wipe it down again one more time with a clean rag and isopropyl alcohol. Oh, I did forget to mention, guys, on the CyberTrucks, I don't know about any other vehicle, but on the CyberTrucks, we weren't able to wrap to the edge on the last one, guys. I did tell my customer that. He does want it wrapped over the edges. So what we're going to be doing, guys, is we're going to be using adhesive promoter, which is a really something a lot of people don't like using, and something a lot of people will tell you not to use on the market. I did tell the customer this. Once you use the adhesive promoter, once you peel it off, it is going to have that adhesive on the edges. All you need to do is go to the store, buy some goof off, get a little rag, wipe it, it'll be gone, guys. It's not that deep. That's all you're going to want to do for something like that. So let's get this cut out, let's get it laid out, let's wrap it up. Go, guys. There, pretty much to the floor. All right. Oh. Two. Come out shorts. you go, guys. Got this material cut out. What we're going to be doing is going to be wiping down the panel with some attack cloth right here. Making sure everything is ready to go. There's no contamination on the panel. I'm going to put this to the side. Put that to the side. We are going to wipe this panel down with some tack reducer. And then put some Pro Bond on the edges, just so the material could adhere to the edges. Not something I like to do, guys, but something we have to do in this case. Like I said, the customer actually wants the material to hold on to the edge. So this is the only way you're going to be able to do that and get a long lasting hold. You're going to want to go around all the edges twice, guys. That's what this stuff recommends. You go around everything twice. And there we go. So that's about done. We're going to get some tack reducer on this panel. We're going to go from there. What the fuck is on my tack reducer? Forgot that anything you put on here is going to make it look horrible. So when the customer takes this off, he's going to see the application on there, which is no worries. This stuff is just pretty much soap and water, so no worries there. There we go, guys. We already got that all the way down. What we're going to do is we're going to lay out the material. Let me cut out what we need. Like I said, guys, you're going to be wanting to lay out this material how you cut it out from the roll. The right side is going to be my top end. So right here is where I cut. We're going to lay it out to the right. Get it all laid out here. Make sure you have everything covering. Like I said, you're going to have a little bit more of material than you need for this front part, just because that's how we cut it. So get all that matched up, guys. Right about there. Like I said, guys, this material is not going to want to stick to the CyberTruck, or these magnets aren't going to want to stick to the CyberTruck. So make sure you get a lot of them, just so you can hold it in place. What you're going to want to do is you're going to get your glove. Make sure nothing moves, guys, and you're just going to go around the edge to see what you're going to cut out, which is going to be this right here. You're not going to want a lot more than what you need, guys, so just make sure you cut it out correctly. That's one that's coming fuck for me. I want to get some fucking made tacos. Made tacos. Here we go, guys. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to roll this up the same way you got it off the roll. So what we're going to do here is put this off to the side. Like I said, you don't want to roll that same way you got it off the rack, just so you could keep track of what is up and what's down. Put that off to the side, guys. What we're going to do is we're going to blow off everything underneath this, just in case there's any static or any things that got attached to the bottom of this. If you guys are interested in any of the tools in this video that I'm using, such as this blower and the magnets and anything else, I'll be linking them in the description below. There we go, guys. From here, we could start wrapping, guys. Straight off the back, we can start wrapping. Just make sure everything is lined up, ready to go. If you want, you could take an extra step and get a tack cloth and wipe down everything underneath it. Again, you just really want to make sure that everything is clean and there's no dust or particles underneath it, so that's going to make it look bad, guys. So while we're applying it, you're always going to want some slip solution, guys. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be working from one side to the other. I like doing it this way because it creates a lot less stress on the material, and you'll get a lot less glue lines and stuff like that while you're doing it like this. Like I said, you can do it like this, guys. You guys can do it your own way. I found this is the easier way, and it helps out a lot when putting this stuff down. You might have to take it off if you have any creases in there, guys. It will keep you from getting those creases out. So such as this one right here, I'm just going to want to touch right over it. That's all. That's it. Pretty straightforward. You know, it'll probably be easier if we get that cap sheet off. Yeah, it'll probably be easier to get the cap sheet off. So I'm going to take the cap sheet off, guys. I really didn't want to do that because now if you put any magnet on it, it'll probably mark it. So just make sure when you're doing this, just to gently make your way to one side, guys. If you get some bubbles, all you need to do is lift it up a little bit. Just pretty much squeegee them out as you go. Oh my god, this stuff looks awesome. Might do my car in this later. This color is pretty similar to Tech Wrap's Mid-Year Red, guys. Tech Wrap was the first one with this color, and then Flexishield's the first one with this color in Dry Apply PPF, guys. So if you want this color that's going to last you 10 years, this is the company to go with. And it's a really great color, guys. Probably one of the best colors on the market right now. There's nothing that compares to this color and finish. So like I said, guys, you're gonna want this color. You should get out to them quickly because this color was actually what's it called? This color is on pre-order. This color is on back order right now, actually. There's a lot of people that want this color. So it's probably going to be waiting a couple months before you get it. But it is really worth it, guys. That 10-year warranty is probably the best warranty you'll ever get on the market. It is US based. So there's not going to be any back and forward. It's pretty much reach out to them if you have any issues, and they'll get back to you as soon as you can. Good stuff, guys. Like I said, all you need to do is keep tension while you do this, 'cause as you can see right there, if you don't keep tension, it'll create slack in the film, and it'll be a little harder to get down. But as long as you get that tech reducer on there, guys, you won't have a lot of issues. You could use tack reducer from Vivid. You could use Triple S. I don't know what company makes that, but you could use Triple S. All these products are just to help you get this material down with the least adhesion as possible. This stuff is pretty tacky, guys. So once you start laying this out, you're not going to be able to reposition it as easily as 3M, Avery, stuff like that. The tech is pretty aggressive. If you are working with any calendar films, guys, you'll know the difference between calendar and cast, such as Chinese vinyls and stuff like 3M, Avery, and stuff like that. You're going to know the difference on the tech pretty quickly, guys. So that's all you need to do. As you can see right here, I do need a little bit of stretch to the top, just because the material doesn't want to lay correctly. Just like that, guys, we're pretty much to the end. All you need to do is get these fingers laid out correctly. Make sure you don't crease the vinyl all that much, guys. All these creases are going to show even if you heat them. They will go away over time with the heat, so you don't really have to worry about them. But the less creases you get, the better, guys. Also, guys, if you get like a little speck of dust underneath that vinyl, all you need to do is wet your finger and just wipe it out, and it'll come out. It's not that unforgiving, so you just need to make sure you get everything down correctly. Everything will be ready to go. Just like that, guys. Also, guys, I didn't mention this here, but I was kind of scared that this wasn't going to lay perfectly. If you do have a little bit of slack that you're trying to get out just by squeegeeing it side to side, it probably won't squeegee out. But this material does have a lot of pre-stretch in it, so if you do heat it, you could get a lot of slack out of this stuff, guys. Just add a little bit of heat and work it down, and you'll be good. And that's pretty much it for this hood, guys. This did take me about 25 minutes just for the front end of this hood. You'll probably be another 5 to 10 minutes to cut it out, but pretty straightforward. I don't believe any panel of this vehicle took me more than an hour for each panel. So just work slowly, make sure you got everything down correctly and no contamination underneath it, and you'll be good to go. So, guys, there we got it. We got it all laid out. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to trim it maybe about an inch past the edge, guys. You're not going to need all that much material to get around that edge. And then we're going to heat it so it could curve around that edge, guys. here on this side, on the sides where the head meets the fender, you could just lay it on the fender side and cut. These things do have quite a bit of panel gaps, so where you could just cut them and you still have enough to wrap around the edge. And from here you cut it straight forward. All this is what we're going to keep, and we're going to lay it on the edge, guys. We're going to make sure everything is covered. Since we put that adhesive promoter, it is going to stick to the edges. If you don't put adhesive promoter, guys, unless you're using regular vinyl, if you use regular vinyl, then you'll be able to get it down to the edge. But if you're using dry apply PPF, guys, you just want to know that it's not going to want to lay on the edge all that easily. I did heat the last one up to 300 degrees, and still like that, it didn't want to lay on the edge all that much. So what you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to heat it, get it over that edge, guys. What we're going to do is we're going to end up cutting on that bottom end of that edge, so all that edge could be wrapped. But you're going to want to heat it first, guys. You're going to want to make it shrink. As you can see, there's a lot of slack here. Just that little bit of heat, guys, will get it to where it will want to curve around that edge by itself. And like I said, since we use that adhesive promoter, all you're gonna want to do is put some gentle pressure on there, and it will stick. It will stick to that edge, guys. I'm not gonna need to worry about it lifting up with that adhesive promoter on there. It's gonna stick for quite a long time, guys. Like I said, once you are ready to get it off, it's just as simple as peeling it off. The only thing is the adhesive of the material will actually stay on the panel itself. But it's super easy to get off, guys. It's not something that's going to be permanent. It's not something that's going to damage your vehicle. It's just something a lot of wrappers don't like using, because usually when you use adhesive promoter, it means that you overstretched it, or you're not so positive on your craft to where you know it's gonna stay on there. But on instances like this, we could use it. It's fine, guys, to use it. You just don't. People just paint it on most of the time. Don't do that. It's gonna be pain to get it off. But yeah, that's it, guys. We're gonna seal off the edges. And to let you know, guys, a torch is not always necessary to be wrapping. It is for people that are more experienced, just because it does create a lot more heat. The only thing is that this is a lot less manageable to keep it in one spot than a heat gun. Heat gun will heat one spot and it'll heat to a certain degree. I believe it's 250 to 300 depending on your heat gun. These could go anywhere from 300 to 400 degrees because of the gas that it has in it. If you have MAP gas, even hotter, but you don't really want to be using that if you're going to be wrapping. But yeah, this is just for experienced people, guys. You're going to want to be using a heat gun for your first time, just because it's a little easier to work with. But once you get an experience, guys, yes, the torch is a lot better, a lot more versatile, because you can move everywhere without having to worry about a wire. Without having to worry about a wire following you everywhere. Just like that, guys, we got everything down to the edge and around the edge. So now you could actually trim to the bottom edge, and everything will be pretty much covered. Like I said, you just want to go over everything twice. cut once, guys. That's pretty much the biggest thing. The biggest thing about wrapping, guys, you gotta go over everything twice and cut once, guys. Just like that. You got it. Every time you cut on this material, you're gonna want to clip off a blade, because you're gonna want to be having the sharpest blade that you can to get through this material. It is pretty thick. Yeah, it is pretty thick, and you're just gonna want to gently go under that edge and go all the way through, and just lay that blade on that bottom end and cut it all the way flat to that bottom end. Just like that, guys. And if you see a little bit of spots that are still not stuck, just want to go over them one more time, push them down. We did put adhesive promoter, guys, so you just really need to gently lay it, and everything will stay where it's supposed to. This stuff is just a little bit more thicker than the regular vinyl, so if it does have a small curve that needs to go around, it kind of fights itself. It'll fight itself from laying down, but as you can see, got everything down and around that edge, and everything is covered 100%. I'm not sure if you could open this front part. If you can, let me check, see if we could get a little bit better coverage on the sides. And we're good. Never mind. We're good. You just need to cut all this. Now we're gonna have to open it. We're gonna have to open it because that's a little too close for my comfort, and I don't want to be cutting any gaskets. Alright. As you can see, it was just on the screen. You press the frunk, and you just push open. First time I did that. First time I'm doing that. So guys, usually you will just cut to the edge, but we do want to wrap around as much as we can on this one. He does want everything 100% fully covered, so we're going to try to do that for him as much as we can. It looks pretty good. It looks like it's actually sticking really well to the underside of this this panel. Really well, actually. Yeah, so all you're going to want to do is get it rolled over and get it stuck down to the side, to the inside of that, trunk, or frunk. What is called, it's called a frunk according to the inside of the vehicle. So I'm just going to want to roll your window, roll your edge all the way, and then you're going to want to seal it, guys. Make sure you get all those air bubbles out as much as you can. And then you could just gently roll it over and seal it with your finger. It is a little bit wet, guys, but this is dry apply PPF. You could either dry apply it or you could wet apply it. So even if it's wet, guys, don't worry about it. The material will still stick. It's actually better if you wet apply it. It's a little easier to maneuver. What you want to do is make sure you squeegee out all that water. Guys, if you leave a little bit of water, it won't adhere all that great. So just make sure. There we go. And that is how you do the frunk. Damn it. That looks really good. Alright guys, let's get the front end cut out and we'll do that bottom end. Right about there. Alright, let me set up guys so you can see it correctly. There we go. And then that only took 30 minutes. I'm telling you guys, the rest of the vehicle is pretty straightforward. Same thing as that. You're just going to want to make sure all the edges do have that edge sealer, just because the customer doesn't want everything covered 100%. I'm not too sure about taking these vehicles apart. I'm not even sure if you can, but if you could, it would be even easier than what it is, but it will take a little bit more time than what you should be taking on these. Solar installer like myself, we could wrap these in about 8 hours, 10 hours, giving on the day. Today is a really great day, guys. Yesterday actually it rained and I was kind of scared that we weren't going to be able to get this done on time, because you're not supposed to wrap in the rain just because of the humidity, not because of anything else. Just because of the humidity. After you get this done, guys, you can wipe it down with whatever. Like I said, it's dry apply PPF, so this stuff can't scratch. I'll show you in a bit, guys, with a scrap piece. I'll put it on the hood and I'll scratch it for you, and I'll show you how that goes away. But as of right now, we're pretty much trying to get everything done in an orderly fashion and as quick as we can. Not too quick, just quick enough to where we're not overdoing our preps or anything like that. This is just McGuire's ceramic coat, guys. This is what I really recommend if anyone gets their car wrapped. I would recommend anyone to use this. It actually helps the material be a little bit more hydrophobic for a little longer, and it actually brings out that shine quite a bit. So that's what I recommend to coat it with. And this stuff is pretty much just apply, wipe on, wipe off type stuff, kind of like wax. They do also sell a detailer, so I have a detailer as well. But we are going to be ceramic coating this after everything is done, guys, just so we can make sure that this stuff stays pretty clean. The rainy days are coming, so this is ceramic coating. This is just going to help the customer keep it clean a little quicker. My God, this color looks amazing. Okay. The first time I did the CyberTruck, I actually had to do it in 2 pieces because I didn't cut it like this. and it was shorter than what I needed. So I had to cut out another piece just for this piece, and it's 82 inches, guys, so it is a big piece. You're not going to want to mess this up. Cut once, measure twice, cut once, guys. That'll save you a lot of material, especially like all this right here. You see this? You could use it as for anything, guys. You could use it for side mirrors. You could use it for anything that you want. This is pretty much scrap. This is scrap, so you don't really need it. It's just in case you need it to do any little pieces, any little decals, stuff like that. This is laying around. After this is already cut out, guys, from the roll itself, once you already unroll it, you're going to want to get that cap sheet off right away, guys. If you don't, this stuff will tunnel, and it'll create a permanent crease that you can't get out with any amount of heat, any amount of repositioning that you do. So just like that, guys, you're just going to want to get that plastic sheet off before anything. Put this aside. You could use this pretty much for anything. If the customer wants a decal, awesome. You could make it for him with this, or you could use it for anything else. Same thing, guys. We're just gonna want to peel off the edge, peel it up, keep it as straight as possible, guys. You're not gonna want to have this like be lopsided on you or anything. Since it's pretty straight, all you're going to want to do is keep it as straight as you can, and work your way little by little to the other side. Like I said, you're going to want to try to keep a little bit of tension, but you're just going to want to keep it to where you don't have any overhang or any bubbles left behind, especially if you forget to put that tack reducer like I just did right now. I forgot to put tack reducer, but on something so flat like this, guys, you really don't need it. You just work your way little by little, and everything will lay as flat as it can. See, if you work like this, very slowly, but keeping the tension at the same time, guys, you're gonna have a breeze with this film, guys. It is actually pretty easy to work with. It's not so hard to where you need special training or anything like that. If you have worked with calendar films and stuff like that, this will be a breeze for you to use. It's not a very hard film to use, guys. You just need to be gentle with it. And know where to pull, and everything will lay down exactly how you want it to lay down. Just like that. Just like this, guys. What I like to do is I like to keep one hand on this side, just so I could gauge where it needs to be pulled, or where the tension needs to be, and then I'll lay the other one with this hand. I'll lay it with this hand. Like I said, guys, it's not really a hard film to use. You just need to be very patient with it. It'll lay exactly how you want it to. You just need to be gentle with it. I'm really hoping this is going to cover everything, because as you can see, it's kind of moving a little upwards. I actually might have to bend it down a little bit, which means we'll heat it up. And once we lay this, we'll pull the top a little bit. And there we go. From there on, it'll actually go down a little bit because you put a little bit more stretch on the top area and the bottom. So all you need to do is make sure this is pulled correctly. This is why I like to start from the middle this way, but sometimes you can't really do that, guys. Sometimes you can't really do that. It is really nice to have two hands when you're doing this material as well. Like I said, I'm a solo installer and I'm teaching you how to do this solo. So I don't have another person, but we're getting this done. We're getting this done, guys. You're always going to want to have some slip solution on your squeegee. And usually when you get to a spot like this, guys, you're going to want to heat it and shrink it as you're keeping tension on it. Just like this. Just like that. When you have a lot of sideways wrinkles, all you want to do is put some tension downwards, guys. And that's going to straighten it all out. You're just going to want to keep an eye on where those fingers are going, and you could pretty much gauge where you need that tension and where you need to pull or what you need to do to get it down right, just like that. Just like that. And we did that bottom piece and the same piece. We got everything laid down correctly. And there's no bubbles left behind, as I can see. You just want to get this edge rolled over. And everything flat. That's it right there, guys. Now, same thing, guys. We're just going to trim off a little bit past that edge. And then we're going to cinch everything down, all the edges. Make sure everything is flat and bubble free. Alright guys, here's where I'm going to cue the music. Cutting is not that much of a time consuming process, but it does take some time and could get a bit tedious. All right, guys. Well, now we're to the quarter panel. We got everything cut out. I think it was, I believe it was 7 feet, 84 inches. Yeah, from here to here. About 2 inches past each side. So all we're gonna do right now, I trimmed off the top. As you can see, you've got to line it up straight and then trim off the top because it's at an angle. What I like to do is I like to use a magnet to hold it right where it's at. And then I'll, for some reason, the protective liner doesn't like sticking to the actual material itself. So you're gonna want to peel that off. I like leaving it on every once in a while, but you're just gonna want to peel off that corner edge and make sure it's a lot past this edge over here, or at least an inch past this edge. And just use a magnet to hold it down. We're gonna peel off all of this, and same thing to this side. We're gonna peel off a little bit of that corner and just take it down. We're gonna work this material from the top down, guys. You're gonna want to do that so if any dust particles or anything come close to it, they're not going to be sucked into it. You usually have a lot of issues when you're doing it from the bottom up and stuff falls into it. There's no way for it to get out. So you're going to want to do it this way. Like I said, look, just like that, just a little bend and the cap sheet's already coming off. So yeah, you're going to want to take that off, guys. Again, make sure everything is straight. Make sure you tack down that corner piece over there just so you could hold it in the right area. Make sure you run your finger over the edge of the top end right here, so you could pretty much mark it out where you're going to need to line it up. We're also going to blow off the underside real quick. It looks like I didn't put it right on the front end, so it might be a little bit higher on this side, just like that. Too much overhang over here. A lot of overhang over there. So you might not need to cut 84. It looks like you'd be good with like about 82 inches. Just to make sure you cover everything. We don't have a lot of space here in my garage, guys, but we work what we have. So what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to get your squeegee, pretty much hold it here in the top and get that around this wheel well marked out. You're going to want to cut this out before even doing anything. What I like to do is I kind of like to cut it on the top edge of that fender liner, just so you can have enough material to work with, so you won't overcut and not have enough material to do what you need to do. You're always going to want to have a little bit more than what you need. So again, the top edge of that fender liner, just working it down, and then all this you can cut off as well. So from the bumper down, and from the fender liner up, like I said, you're going to want to follow it. Make sure you run your fingers on that fender liner. Make sure that you're cutting in the right spots, guys. You don't want to overcut. And then all this piece, pretty much if you mess up a piece this big, guys, you're going to need to order more material, guys. Like I said, this stuff is in 60 feet, so you're going to need to save as much material as you can, and learn how to keep a lot of scraps. That's going to save your life at the end. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to work from one side to the other. I like working from this side to that side just because it's a bigger area and you have more control. Pretty much just with your more dominant hand, work from that side to the other side. You're not going to need a lot of effort for this, just in case. You just need to keep the tension right, guys, like I said before. Keep the tension where it wants to go. Make sure you don't get any fingers on this. And just work your way down. Once you get to this part, you could put your hand underneath and you'll have enough tension to lay this all perfectly and flat. But once you get to these edges, it's going to be a little harder, guys, so you're going to want to lift it back up, remove those fingers, and like I said, just keep on working your way from the front to the back. Make sure the tension is correct so you won't get any fingers while you're squeegeeing, because like I said, this material is pretty hard to reposition, guys. But since we did throw a tack reducer on this panel, it's fairly easy to pick it up and reposition it. So same thing, guys, just gonna want to work this way. Try to work the material down as much as you can. You can fold it up here and just keep that tension correct. It's going to be super easy to get that down. Super easy to get this down. Like I said, guys, we don't even have that much space here in my garage, and this is fairly easy, guys. There's no way you can mess this up. It's a flat panel. Once you get close enough to the back, I'll put you at a different angle, I believe. I'll put you up here, guys, so you can see me on this side. There you go. Once we get closer to the back, guys, we could actually pick up the back end over here and start flattening out just the top end of this this quarter panel. So you're going to want to keep this lifted as much as you can, guys. Lift it and work it as you have it lifted as much as you can, especially if you have adhesive promoter on the edges. As soon as you lay it over that adhesive promoter, guys, it's going to want to stay tacked down and stay tacked down, guys. So just make sure you get all that correctly done, just like this. You're going to want to keep the tension to forward and back until you get to this back end. Once you get to these back ends, guys, you're going to want to pull across the edges. So if the edge is horizontal, you're going to want to having forward and back. Once it's vertical, like this back end, this straight down back end, you're going to want to have that tension going up and down, guys. So you're going to want to be pulling downwards as you take off this material. Like I said, it is going to be pretty hard, guys. This material is pretty tacky, but once you got it to this end, to this edge, as long as you have tack reducer on there, pretty easy to get it to where you need to. Get that material straightened out, and from here, what I like to do is I like to squeegee from the middle outwards. But let me stop talking, guys, and get this thing straightened out. Once we're finishing up, I'll put you guys to the side and explain what I do.
Perfect.
So as you can see here, what you're going to want to do is work down the middle all the way down to that fender area. You're going to want to cut the corners as close to the edge as possible, and then what you're going to want to do is going to be squeegeeing from that fender or that over fender area to the outside of the vehicle. So from that middle to the front and the middle to the back. Once you get the outer part in, the closer that you squeegee to the fender area,
the more it just falls into place, guys. So what you're going to want to do is just work it slowly and get that into that edge. And as soon as you get it to that edge, you're going to want to heat it down, seal it, and then do your final cuts so everything could be covered. And once you guys get everything flat, guys, everything flat and squeegeed out, no air bubbles, make sure you go over everything with heat twice, just to make sure you have no air bubbles trapped in between. What you're going to want to do is cut to the opposite panel of the panel that you're doing. So in this case, we're doing the quarter panel. You're going to want to cut on the door side. It'll give you just enough gap so you could tuck over and cover everything. And then for the top end, what you're going to want to do is cinch it down with a good amount of heat. Rub your thumb over it just so you can make sure it could stick, so all the edge that's visible could be covered. And then you're going to want to cut to the opposite side, which is the inner part of the vehicle, so you won't see the stainless steel showing. And here's the end result, guys. Very dark, very vibrant color. Once that light hits it, it just pops. This was all done in one day, guys, from start to finish. This material is a higher standard than regular vinyl. This stuff will be lasting 10 years and has a 10-year warranty to cover it in case anything happens to it, guys. In case of fading, in case of damages, in case of lifting, you're covered for a whole 10 years, guys. This is the best color on the market, guys, and this is the first of its kind over here in the RGV. You'll be seeing this a lot more as time passes on, guys, and people start bringing in their CyberTrucks a lot more. This does protect your finish, guys. This does protect your car from getting any damages or looking pretty bad. I know these CyberTrucks could look pretty bad if you don't wash them all the time or keep them clean, but this is another option that you could go with that actually protect the finish and make this vehicle look a lot nicer and a lot cleaner throughout this vehicle's life. I really appreciate everyone watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.
Sweet!